Alright, this is some Megasquirt wiring stuff here. Power wires I have hooked straight to the battery. These are so you got one for your fuel injectors, which I have a fuse here for that. This handy dandy sealed fuse holder. You have another one for powers up the O2 sensor, O2 sensor heat, and fuel pump. And let's see, you got another one. I have one more here, and it goes to my I have a relay here. It powers up the coil and a couple other accessories that I have. It's a sealed unit too. I always want sealed stuff under the hood so you don't get water in them. Also all the connections where I couldn't heat shrink and solder it and heat shrink, I used heat shrink butt connectors to keep out moisture, so make it for a good reliable install there. Alright, and on around here, squeeze through my garage. Let's see here. The relay here powers the coil. The signal wire turning the relay on, which also powers up Megasquirt itself, comes right from the ignition source to the coil. And one other thing that I remembered, there's one of these wires here that hooked to this coil, and got a transistor over here on the side of the coil. One of those wires that hook up to that, if you leave it disconnected with the key on, the fuel pump will run all the time with the key on. So I just went ahead and left it like that. I'm not even really using the fuel pump relay over there and the fuse and all for that. And I'm not using an O2 sensor either, so I don't really have to worry about that. I have that setting turned off on Megasquirt, or you go under something like O2 sensor settings. You can type in the percentage that you want it to affect the engine, and I'll just type in 0, and it runs great like that. Also got the some of the sensor grounds. These grounds here. These grounds here. Let's see, I have 3 of them. One for intake temperature sensor, one ground for coolant temp sensor, another ground for the throttle position sensor. This connector came off of a Nissan Altima, like a 94 model, which plugs that into the 240SX throttle position sensor, which is probably the same sensor, I'm guessing. You can also get the same stuff off an Infiniti will work too. The injector harness here. I just got these connectors off of some kind of Oldsmobile or GM at the junkyard. So you have a red and a black. The red's power all the time from the battery, which is fused. I think got a 30 amp fuse in there, 20 amp, 30 amp, something like that. With one, it'll blow think it's a 30. I think it's this one. It'll blow a 20. I do believe this is the 30 that powers the. It's a 10. Okay, so a 20 will work. If you don't have a 20, it'll blow it. And this just came off of a car at the junkyard. I still have the old harness in the car. Still have the ECM in the car. The whole harness is just sitting right here. And one bad thing that you'll know about these old cars is these old fuel injector connectors here have this little boot, and the boot always breaks off just like that, and then moisture gets in there and corrodes your terminals and can corrode the terminals on the injectors and really cause a problem with your injectors. And this is my old thermostat housing. It has the number on it is P9000, and it only has 2 threaded holes here. These other 2 aren't threaded in this one. But the P8101, these are threaded. This is a 3/8. This one's a 3/8, and you actually screw your GM coolant temp sensor in here and have this one plugged, and I need to put this one back in for my gauge, so I'd like my gauge to work again. And let's see what else here. You have some of the stuff. We got the intercooler and the pipe through here. Had to cut this out, and it's running through over there. This is a Saab 9000 intercooler, 96 model. Piping from eBay just comes through up to the throttle body. This is 2 1/4 inch. Also the one from the turbo. It's a straight piece. Just goes through there. It's hard to tell, the engine's not in there. And let's see. Well, that's about it.